Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just have to make a brief announcement, a brief introduction, because I recently received a gift. I received Futhark runes from a woman. Her name is Rose Hollis, who has a store in Etsy called Rune Carvings. And she was so gracious and she was so lovely. And these runes are very, very large. She saw the work that I do, and as you can see, they're very large. These are hematite that she hand carves, and I wanted to mention her because she was so kind to send these to me. Rose Hollis Rune Carvings, and you can find her on Etsy. She has a store on Etsy, and so I'll be using these runes to crown the reading, each reading this second half of December. But also I wanted to show you another card deck, another tarot deck that I'm going to be using. It's created by an Italian person, and his name is Massimiliano Filadoro. It's called the Sacred Sites Tarot of the Sacred Sites, or Sacred Sites Tarot. His name is Massimiliano Filadoro, and the artist of the cards is called Federico Penco. And I'm going to give you a brief introduction on these, really translating practically the words that they themselves use to talk about these cards. And Massimiliano Filadoro starts by saying, well, what are sacred sites? And he said, well, sacred sites on the earth are powerful places, just like meridians that run through our body, run through the human body, where there are points where energy flows. And on the earth, there are places where things just happen, things that are not necessarily supernatural, but they're places where we can feel a different energy, where we can go within ourselves more easily. We do that in an easier fashion and much more in depth than in our everyday lives. And they're places that have gathered perhaps energy over the centuries, throughout the years, and they have a different polarity. They have both polarities in that area. And the author created these tarot cards. I'll show you them more clearly when I read them, and I'll show you them singularly, because he felt that through the tarot, he could show and remind us that there are places that are not physical, just like the internet and the web, that have come to be very important, even though they're not physical, and where energy flows. Well, that's similar to the places on the earth that, through our culture, have come to have a mystical meaning in history. So that's the brief introduction of these cards, the Sacred Site Tarot. And I'll be using them now. Off to the readings. Hi, Sagittarius. I'll start with you for the fire sign group, and I'm going to, as I said, use the Sacred Site Tarot deck. And oops, sorry about that. My props are falling. Sounds my props are falling. My lights are falling over. I'm going to mix them first for you and see what the period starting the 13th with this full moon, a super moon, till the end of the year holds in store for you, Sagittarius. And the last card here. I'm going to show you these. This is the Hanged Man card. You recognize this sacred place. And this is the Christ Redemptor at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Here we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, this is, whoop, there you go. This is Croagh Patrick in Ireland. And I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Now, the next card is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. This is Neuragis in English perhaps. And it's a place in the island of Sardinia in Italy. Here is the three major arcana, the Empress. They're all watercolors, beautiful artwork. And this is the sanctuary of Demetra in antique Greece, Eleusis. This is the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and this is a place in Italy. It's called Noce in Benevento. Noce. Okay, this is the Queen of Cups. You can see that, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, this is the Grande Madre Church in Turin. This is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, I could see that a little bit. The Seven of Swords, this is the triangle of the Bermuda Triangle in the Atlantic Ocean. It is represented here. Now, this is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, you can see on the Six of Cups a place called Le Saint-Marie de la Mer in France. And of course, not all of these will be known to all of us. I myself had to go over them 1,000 times. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. This is, I hope you can see that. This is the Palace of the Winds in India, Jaipur. And the last card out is the Ace of Cups, which is Mount Fuji in Japan. Now, Sagittarius, there are two major arcana, the Hanged Man and the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and difficult cards. Of course, we do have two queens, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Our focus is the Queen of Cups, Sagittarius, but also there is this Seven of Swords right next to that Queen. There is, it seems to me, Sagittarius, there's a lot of work going on concerning your work. You're embattled. I mean, you're at odds with yourself. A little bit of confusion has set in terms of your work and what you want to do or where you want to go, or shall I leave? Do I need to find another place? For many of you Sagittarians, there is the notion of returning to an older place, not an older in terms of chronological time, but a place where you've worked before. And what's interesting is that you would truly be willing, with this Palace of the Winds in India, to start from scratch. But you really want to be in a place that you truly love, and it may not be very financially beneficial to you. You have come to learn, and I'm going to get my Vera Sibilla cards. Vita Sibilla cards. I went to go get them and start mixing, and they weren't there on the desk. And you have come to learn, I was saying with this Ace of Cups, you've come to understand that the most important part of your life is linked to loved ones, and a particular loved one for those of you who are partnered. And, you know, there's this queen of this benevolent emotional nature, benevolent emotional energy that is highlighted these last weeks in the month of December, where, okay, we do have that Hanged Man coming in, but isn't it odd that the Hanged Man is straight up as in a sacred site that they show. It's up for all to see, and it seems as if you have come to the realization that, as all can see, what's most important in this life is this Ace of Cups, is the emotional side, the romantic side, the energetic benevolence that emotions bring to you, Sagittarius. And you're in a moment of flux. You know, you start thinking to yourself, well, could it be that I could change all of my ideas and my plans and then opt for my heart? You know, wear my heart on my sleeve, even when I'm looking for a job. I'm going to take 3 Sibilla cards on the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, the Sardinia, Nirajis in Sardinia. And isn't this odd? You see, you have 3 people, it's as if you are 3 different people, right? I see this as you, Sagittarius. Even if they're men represented here, I see them both, could be male or female. The house domestic, domestico, gran signore or gran dame, a great person, and mercante, the merchant. So you're caught in between, being the homebody and the work. You would clearly like to stay at home and work. But this great person, I'm shuffling the cards, but I don't know which one to say first. The great person here that you really portray yourself. You see that you are coming into a space where you have to make great decisions. You have to take responsibilities, and those responsibilities are putting you in a position where power comes with responsibility, and you know that. And you're starting to reevaluate what power is. What exactly is power for me? What does power mean for me? Quite interesting, that. Now, I'm also going to take the Vita Sibilla here on the 7 of Swords. On the 7 of Swords, which, as I said before, is the Bermuda Triangle, where things just mysteriously disappear. Let's see. Okay, now, wow. Wow. Let me say that one more time, Sagittarius. Wow. I've got the nemico, the male enemy. Happiness in the heart, allegrezza al cuore, and nemica. Now, isn't that odd that we're talking about a loved one and how you have come to understand the important values that are different from what you thought of in the past? But it seems that you have a very clear idea that what you have today, a wonderful partnership, a happy family, pleasant work relations, any kind of relationships that are worth your while, positive elements in terms of relationships, they can fade from one moment to the next, unless you think of the heart. Very interesting this is, Sagittarius. I'm going to now leave the cards and go to these beautiful hematite runes. Hematite, as most of you will know, is a very grounding stones. Well, they're so grounded they have gone almost to the ground. I'm going to pull them. All right. Okay, now, definitely right in the focus, right on the focus card, this benevolent Queen of Cups, I was going to say Queen of Water, Queen of Cups energy, is the energy that is going to distinguish you in this period before January 1st. You're going to go through many seasons of the heart and many musings in your mind. And you actually see the beginning for you of staying in a place that's closer to your natural environment. Over the past few months, you have been traveling. Even if you weren't going anywhere, with your mind, you were traveling, imagining things far off. And however, now is where you're making things gel closer to your natural habitat. And that for you, you're considering it a strength. Righto, I have Righto Merkstave, right over the Gran Signore. And lo and behold, where does Sohilo fall? But right over our Hanged Man in Rio de Janeiro. There's sun shining on the different perspective that you are taking on, Sagittarius. And not by chance, because what you're seeing, as I said, is a new beginning. And what are you experiencing? Even though you still do not have the key to your future or your immediate future, this is Otala Merkstave, you know that if you keep reasoning in this manner, joy is going to be yours. And joy is going to be in the future, in the sense of when your decisions are ultimately made, basing yourself on the immediate natural habitat for you, joy will be yours. You're protected. You have universal protection. You start with Ingvats or Ing at the base, and you end with Zohilo at the tip of this casting. Ladies and gentlemen, Sagittarius friends, I hope this was of help to you, and Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye, Sagittarius. Now I will get my things together and mix the cards and go on to the next fire sign, which should be Aries. Aries, I'm going to first mix the cards for you, and then we'll show you what we have for you for the second half of December. The second half of December. Second half of December for Sagittarius. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Okay. So we have let me first place the card, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is in Africa, Timbuktu in Mali, in Africa. Yes, those of you who've never heard of it, Timbuktu is an actual place, and it's in Africa. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the Nile in Egypt, the source of the Nile in Egypt. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Lucky you, look at that. The Nine of Cups is the fountain of youth. It's a mythological place, and it has probably, I may safely say that the fountain of youth may be a universal mythological place. Who hasn't heard of the Fountain of Youth? This is a yes card for all intents and purposes. This is the 6 major arcana, and the 6 major arcana is the Lovers, and this is in Italy. This is a place in Italy, and this is the sacred woods of Nemi. This is the 17th major arcana. It's the Chariot. Sorry, the Chariot is not 17th, is the star. The 17th is the star. It's Ziggurat of the Ur in Mesopotamia. Here we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands here is the line of Nazca in Peru. The lines of Nazca in Peru. This is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. This is Tunguska. This is Siberia. This is Tunguska. The 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is the Taj Mahal in India. We have the Queen of Cups. We've just seen this card. The Queen of Cups is the Gran Madre Church in Turin, in Italy. And the King of Wands, the King of Wands. And this is in Luxor in Egypt, the Valley of the Kings. Well, Aries, 1, 2 major arcana. A lot of people, a King of Wands. This is you, the fire, male or female. Cups, 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 cups. 4 cups out of 10 cards. And the Lover's card. You know, what I'm getting here, of course we have this 8 of Wands in the middle of the spread. And it almost is, it seems as if you are flying, you're soaring. You're soaring, how can I say, above the plateaus. And where are you going? Where are you going, Aries? I ask myself, I'm an Aries, where am I going? Where are you going? Now, it seems that the voyage that you're undertaking is a return to the future, I would like to say, because the second half of December for you, Aries, there's something that is going on in your life that is very familiar to you. Okay, for example, those of you who are moving, you'll be moving to a place that's similar to where you used to live, or there's a living condition that would be similar to what you were used to before. If you were single, you'd get married, and then you would be getting a companionship, and you'd be moving together. So that was a situation that you've lived through before, and you're getting that impression that you're going back to the future. It's the second time around, but it's new this time. There are choices, but not choices in the sense of loved ones. There is the 9 of Cups here, ladies and gentlemen, Aries. The 9 of Cups next to the choices. It's as if this was a perfect choice for you, the choice that you have effected during the month of December that you're going to enact the second half of December. Now, I don't want to say although, because it's not, I'll say although there are no warning signs, no red flags in terms of your financial situation, and be that as it may, what undoubtedly is the focus here is a return to the future. It's as if you are, half of it is reverie, half of it is reality, but you are materially doing something that has smacks of something that has come down before. Now, if, again, there's this 3 of Swords here, and it gives me the impression, and I'm going to take the Sibila on this, but it gives me the impression that rather than a pain concerning your emotions and your heart and a negative sign in that sense, it's as if you are, and we would say in Italian, spaesato, you're going somewhere, and yes, you are returning to the future, but it's a place where you don't have bearings. Courageous, stalwart, go forward, but you don't have your bearings there. And that is the only negative sign that I see. I don't see any form of pain here, Aries friends. Yes, okay. Now, a return to the future, did I say? This is the lightness of being, leggerezza. Lettera, letter, and ladro, a thief who speaks to change, coming through the window. There's an expression in Italian that says, you put someone out the door, they come through the window. And this is telling me that you will be getting a sign the second half of December that will show you where exactly in the past you are going to in the future. I know it sounds like I'm talking in riddles, but let's see if you can follow me, and I'll go through to the Eight of Wands right in the middle of the spread, because they are flying, they are going very, very fast. The Eight of Wands, focus card in the middle of the spread, smacks of moving very quickly on a wing and a prayer, going to somewhere that you don't even know how it will come out, but you have this blind faith, Aries, that it is going to work out. Let me take these cards over that. Okay, I've got Gran Consolazione. Okay, it's probably the best card in this oracle deck. Sospiri, finally, and this is ambiguous. Yes, there is ambiguity there, because finally you're going back to the future, but then the doctor. This is a scientist, could be a person who's an intellectual of some sort, but there is there are three different layers here. Some of you, Aries, will see the comeback of a person in a future role. Same person, completely different cloak, different role, it seems like a different person. Then, this also talks about finally being in a place where you feel so comfortable that now you can take care of others as you see fit. Now, since these cards mirror each other, I'm saying that the time has come. It's your turn, Aries. You will see abundance come trickling down. It's not even going to come, it's going to be flowing all your way, finally. Very interesting second half of the month for you, Aries. I don't know. What else can I say here? All right, there's this Queen of Cups, and that's fine. We have this Five of Cups, and let's take a look at that, the Taj Mahal. Let's take a look at that, the Taj Mahal. All right, well, the Taj Mahal, the Five of Cups. What is the Five of Cups telling us? There's a militare there, military, a lover, a male lover, could be a female, and a malato. These cards are mirroring each other. They are telling us that a lover of yours, Back to the Future, is now in a difficult place. However, the difficult place, even though it does still speak to change, but you won't even recognize this person. They will be futuristic, but from a past. Let me leave the cards and take these beautiful hematite runes by Rose Hollis, Rune Carvings Etsy store. She graciously sent me. Okay, now. Yes, that thief coming out of the window. This person will be surrounding you, will be knocking on your door, will be writing you, will be doing something that will make themselves shown to you, even though there's very little communication. I would say no communication. You won't see it coming. It is a sort of um, very tricky, their presence is. Look, Aries, I don't see the eye-to-eye meeting and happiness on an equal footing with this person in this period of time, but I do see the beginning of communication. Very, very little. It's trickling, and it's going forward in a way that you may not even see that it goes forward. But what do I have? For once, I have Aries not in a position of knowing and cannot look. They cannot see. I've got a complete transformation over this gran consolazione. This is Daeg. And Gifu. Gifu. I mean, a give and take. It seems that you have a role to perform with that person. And in time, and they are reminding us that the time has to beat before it materializes. But let's make believe that we know that we're not meant to see and that success is there, but we need to just fold our hands, put our feet up, relax, knit, crochet, smoke a cigar, and let time and everyone else do their things. Just relax. Think of your future in the past, Aries. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen, Aries. Until we read together again, I'm going to now pick up my wares and put them back and start over for our last fire sign, which is Leo. And I will start. Leo, welcome to this reading for the second half, starting with the new moon, the supermoon, a full moon, on the 13th of December, out until the 31st. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Leo. Let's see what they have to say, Leo. Show you the cards. This is the Eight of Pentacles. This is Huactum. Huacatum in Guatemala. Sorry, my Spanish friends. I know how to spell it. Huacatun in Guatemala. The Eight of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, this is in Ireland, the Well of St. Patrick in Lough Derg. Now the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the Oracle of Delphi. Who has not ever heard of the Delphi Oracle, which is a mythological place? We know the Delphi Oracle in mythology as being an oracle, a woman who would tell the future and tell people's, she was a psychic, and they called her an oracle. She spoke, right? But this is a place, the Oracle of Delphi. It's a mythological place. This is the King of Cups, the King of Cups, and this is Croagh Patrick in Ireland. Croagh Patrick in Ireland. This is our magician again. The magician. This is Stonehenge in England. Now, This is the 18th major arcana. The 18th major arcana, the moon. It's the Alhambra in Granada, Spain. This is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is Mount Tabor in Galilee, Israel. This is the Fool card, the 0 major arcana, the Fool card, Mount Graham in America. United States, Mount Graham. The 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands, this is the Great Wall of China. This is a Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, this is Notre Dame de Paris, the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris, France. Now, Leo, the focus card here is the Moon card. And what very interesting, it comes right after the Magician. And right before this Knight of Swords that stops at nothing, Leo, it seems that, and I'm going to say it is the energy of that. This is the Magician. What do we have there? This is the energy of this full moon, or between the two moons, the new moon and the full moon, supermoon. That's so important for you, Leo. There's a new beginning here. There's a new beginning. What kind of a long journey, a long difficult journey for you that you have taken upon yourself to begin. And what is interesting for me to see as a reader is this St. Patrick Well in Ireland, the 10 of Wands, right next to that 8 of Swords. It's as if you have gone long, far, wide, great depths to understand that it's now or never. Do I get up and move? Now, what's also interesting here is the 8 of Pentacles, the Guatemala, and the King of Cups in the very first row. The 8 of Coins coming in is our entrance card, and the the Page of Swords is the outgoing card. You've embarked on a mission. There's really no doubt about that. And the first card I'm going to highlight here is this Moon for you. Moon, water, emotions. Okay, you're following your heart and pull. All right, this is leggerezza. This is a lightness of being, but this card also speaks to the energy of the Fool card, actually. The energy of the Fool card that is right below. And it's a new journey. It's starting out. You've thought about it wide and long. And the journey is there, viaggio. Interesting. But I'm going to take the cards over this 7 of Wands at the base here. Okay, conversation, reunion, conversazione, riunione, and allegria. You are, after much strife and after really fighting for your emotions, you have come to the conclusion that Ola va la spacca, it's now or never, you know. I'm ready to face that person. I'm ready to take a leap of faith and ask them, go to them, propose, tell them. There is this romantic energy, this love energy that is moving you forward, but you are so worried about that. And because it's something for most of you Leo friends, it's something, because it's characteristic, this type of sensation that you're going through. I mean, it's not characteristics. This is something that you've never done before. This is the fear of something that is new for you, but you're doing it with a passion. You have no, I mean, you are charging ahead. I'm going to take this, see, because at the same time, I see this fast energy coming forward, and then, however, hurry up and stop. You know, there's this very, very quick and then stop, this moving forward and then stopping. And what I'm going to do is go to the Eight of Swords at the top of the spread, Leo. Yeah, you're going forward. Okay, this is the child, Bambino. This is the beginning, just like the Fool. It's the beginning. Fortuna, fortune, one of the best cards in the deck, and Messaggero. Fortune is yours if you decide to move forward. These oracle cards are telling you over that Eight of Swords, do not become planted into the ground. Let the emotions flow like the water energy of the moon. This is the King of Cups. I'm going to take last three cards over the Page of Swords to see what I can see here. Okay. You're going to come into some information. Okay, Dottore the Doctor, consolante sorpresa, consoling surprise, and happiness in the heart. You're going to get information. You're going to glean. It's not going to come directly to you. You're going to glean information that tells you you are on the right track. But it's towards month's end. It's towards the very end when you finally start to feel, I'm going in the right direction. Leo, I'm going to leave the cards now and take these beautiful hematite runes by Rose Hollis. Has her Etsy store, rune carvings. It's called in Etsy. This is done in silence. This is done in silence. This is a sort of like a secret plan that you haven't told anybody about. And there are a couple of things here. First, that it's difficult for you, and that there's no doubt about that. The success is ultimately difficult in achieving, but the dire need to achieve that is bringing you the success of Tyr. And not only that, it's bringing you such a challenge, Urus Merkstave, that this is the challenge in itself is what is bringing you forward. But once you enact your route, once you start and you move from that immobile place that you were stuck in, when you start, there are two things that are happening. First, you feel like the ground is shifting under, like quicksand under your feet, and the fear sets in. Then there's a moment where you say to yourself, Leo friends, no, I've got to go forward because I need that. I have to do it. I have to get it done. That's when things start smoothing out and you start smelling, you get a whiff of success. And that's when you actually see success, and the emotional energy comes, and it's like water flowing over. It's between these two moons. Leo, I do hope that this was of help for you, and for those of you who celebrate the New Year and Christmas, have a Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, Leo friends. Bye-bye till we be together again.